tag. Very nice, very evil.
Yeah, that's tag shit.
Free fall as I die through the kaleidoscope in my mind. No rope up to climb. Gotta remind myself that I'm fine. Mama, I don't really.
Do not fix your TV screens.
Do not
tune your computer screens, your phone screens, or however how you watching it, listening, whatever. We told y'all we were coming for the crown, and we meant that shit. We started off.
Wait. What crown we talking about?
What crown we talking about here?
This ain't Crown Jewel. I know we're not talking about Crown Jewel.
Let me do the intro. We told y'all we was coming for the crown. We told y'all we was coming for the throne. We started off as the triple threat of the IWC. Then we graduated to the fatal four-way of the IWC.
Hold on, wait. No, we graduated to the Forbidden Door. I'm the Forbidden Door here. Juggernaut
Are
is
you
the
really?
Forbidden Door.
Or are you gonna be the next Braun Strowman?
No, because I broke in a few years ago. I broke in.
Because Juggs, you thought I was lying about what I said. When I said you're the next Braun Strowman, you are the next Braun Strowman, because when you win that title and I take it from you, no one will remember you were ever champion.
Damn, we coming in hot already.
Damn, you might drop some context as to everything that's going on.
Yes,
we
might have to.
We will soon become the bloodline of the IWC, because we are here to take over, not to take part. We are T.A.G, and we are many. I, ScooterRay, aka hashtag Justice for Scoot, joined by the T.A.G in the Bank and T.A.G Predictions champion, Lip Dizzle, the Forbidden Door, Juggernaut 097, and let's welcome Kicking It with Leo.
Liv Morgan's biggest fan.
And of course, he's not here. I don't know if he's showing up, but ladies, we will never forget the heartthrob of the IWC and the heartthrob of this whole group. Jaeger Bombastic, so fantastic. Gentlemen, how y'all doing? How y'all feeling?
Doing good. I'm feeling good.
Feeling pretty golden.
Feeling good, after a very interesting pay-per-view Elimination Chamber, which probably might go down as probably one of the best they have this entire year. That's going to be a pay-per-view that's going to be really hard to beat.
Big facts.
All right. Well, hey, Leo just told y'all we here to talk about the Elimination Chamber that took place Saturday. Since I'm still kind of in and out with this sickness, I will definitely let my three co-hosts take over most of the talking, and I might chime in every here and there, this, that, and the third. But let's go ahead and get it started. We had the Women's Elimination Chamber match, and it consisted of Naomi, Bayley, Bianca Belair, Alexa Bliss, Liv Morgan, and Roxanne Perez. Yep, the Roxanne Perez from NXT. She qualified. All right, gentlemen, take it away.
If it wasn't for the main event segment, this match should have closed out the show.
Hey, I had the same idea.
That was the better chamber. I'm not gonna lie to you.
Oh, 100%.
100%. Like, I'm not saying that the main event didn't have star players, because they did. It's just the storytelling that we got throughout the match, elevated everybody that's in there in one shape or another.
Yeah.
I'm gonna be honest. Liv Morgan carried that match literally that chamber. A lot of people give her a lot of crap, whatnot, on social media, but she carried that match. She was the MVP of that match. Juggs knows it. I was really pulling for her to finally get that win after being in there 6 times up until that point. I hope that it does happen at some point where she does finally get that win, but I think even in defeat, she still looks strong, going up in there with one of the best to ever do it, and Bianca. She even had the most eliminations. She pinned Bayley. She pinned literally Alexa Bliss, so that's going to lead to something, I'm pretty sure. You had to come down to the two favorites throughout that match. Roxanne had a good showing, so all around everybody, cooked and whatever they were getting.
And what's crazy because Leo brought it up. Normally, the MVP spot is usually reserved for Bailey because Bailey be in there doing the damn thing, but nah, Liv showed up and showed out. But before we fully get into the rest of it, as soon as the match started, because it started with Naomi and Liv, we hear the music of one Jade Cargill, as you can see, all black, looking all menacing. And boy, oh boy, did they give us a moment because Liv was in that chamber, looking mad worried. Naomi was like, uh-oh, here we go. And then boom, Jade started beating the shit out of Naomi. I mean, and kudos and shout out to Bianca because she was in that pod acting. But I guess you would do that if you the mastermind of it all.
That's true.
I indeed still think that is the route that they're going to go with.
I think so too.
I think that we get that reveal actually at WrestleMania, possibly. Because I don't know. It just really depends on when they decide to make this video. Because I don't know if Naomi's has something to do with this or if it's like a situation where Naomi took the fall for it, but she's not the one that did it. Bianca was the one that did it. Or maybe both were in cahoots because you got to go back to SmackDown when she competed for the U.S. title in that tournament. Literally, she was taken out before that match probably started. So it gives me reason to believe both of them probably did do it. Then she just went out there and just fought like as if nothing happened. Now, when people look at it, it's like, well, it couldn't be her because she was in the ring when we had that vignette of her being attacked. So we're going to get that reveal at some point. But I think Bianca should take the title from Rhea, though. I'm going to be honest. I think it makes the feud even more interesting.
Yeah, that's one of the reasons why when we were messaging in our chat, and I was like, more than likely it's probably going to be Naomi and Jade at Mania if they have the spot open for that match. And my assumption would be that Bianca would take the title off of Rhea because if you're going to do the whole betrayal arc and have her do this whole thing with Jade, it would be for naught if you do not allow Bianca to take that title off of Rhea. Because I mean, Rhea can easily get that title back. It's not like she will not be slotted back in the title picture, and Bianca is well overdue for a singles title run at this point. And in order for her to help build up Jade, which by the way, sidebar, from now on, WWE, this is how you book Jade. Don't stutter step it. Don't do anything. That aggression, everything, that the intensity that she had when she came to that ring, keep all of that. Every bit of it.
I agree.
But yeah. And if Jade has been doing some work up to this point, then maybe, just maybe, she might be the person that can take the title off of Bianca. But if she's not ready, then you can have Bianca be the chicken shit heel along with her lovely husband. And
see what you just said is the reason why I think it's Bianca. Because as I was telling Ashley, normally couples are usually heel and face together. And since they're kind of leaning Street Profits more heel, it only makes sense for Bianca to lean heel.
Yeah. So that's my assumption.
Now, Jade would be an interesting choice. But I think I was talking to a couple people about it last night and whatnot. I feel like Bianca's going to lose it. I don't think she's going to lose it to Jade, unfortunately. Because I was looking at Chamber from 2024, and it came down to Becky Lynch last year. It was Becky Lynch and Liv Morgan, surprisingly. What happened? Liv took the title from Becky when Becky won the title later that year. I think we're going to see a replication of that. And if we do see Bianca turn heel, maybe there is a possibility we do see Liv become a face again at some point this year. And maybe she gets her moment maybe next year at WrestleMania. I think if anybody's going to hold that title for a little bit, it's Bianca. The reason I say that is the difference between Bianca and Rhea, they're both dominant, right? But Bianca is there every week. She's defending that title pretty much almost at every single pay-per-view. Rhea Ripley, on the other hand, does not. This, having her as champion, helps elevate not even just the division, but the brand and the title as well.
Okay, so you raise an interesting point, and I want to ask this question, and that is, what would a face Liv Morgan look like after this heel run?
So pretty much she would pretty much be the same Liv Morgan, but you know, people love Liv Morgan, right? People don't really necessarily want to boo her, but maybe with this new heel run that she's been on, she's pretty much gained some new moves.
Hey.
Maybe she's learned a lot about her character that she can implement in a face version of Liv Morgan, but she can also at the same time be a little bit more edgier, right?
Nah, wait, hold on, Leo. Hey, it's something even more simpler. Leave the Judgment Day and dump Dominic.
But then it's like, you know, you want to make sure Liv Morgan is good at it.
I mean, Scoot, you got a good point there.
Yeah.
I mean, anything anti-Dominic is going to get cheered. True.
But you need, like I was thinking, because I was watching JD from NY, right? And a lot of people, including myself, wanted to see Liv Morgan win. Now, what if what we're seeing, because Triple H did give her props, and he said that she's becoming a megastar, and how he's impressed by Liv. What if what we've been going through as of recently is a test setting her up for a potential main event title picture, right? What if, like last year, her being a heel run, what if it was pretty much, can she be a compelling enough character? What if her being a champion was a test to see if she can carry a title, carry a division? And then what if this year is her test is, can she put on compelling matches that would warrant her being at the top with those type of women in a main event spot? And so far right now, she is passing with flying colors. Now, if she can pass the rest of this year, putting on compelling matches, whether she's in a tag team or mid-card or whatever it is, next year you put her in the Royal Rumble, because you got to think, when it comes to Saudi, she is one of the biggest faces there. Like, she literally gets some of the biggest pops even as a heel. Her biggest moments have happened in Saudi Arabia, believe it or not. Whether she was the Crown Jewel champion or whether she beat Becky to become women's champion. Her biggest moments have happened in Saudi. Let another moment happen. Let her win the Royal Rumble. Let her face Bianca. This would be a big deal for Bianca and Liv, because now these two have never really faced one-on-one. Something new, something fresh. And if you do have Liv beat Bianca, this is a big deal for Liv, because now she has been elevated to that stature where everybody wants to see her as a main eventer in the same conversation with Bianca, Charlotte, and Bayley and all those other women. This is the test that we need right now. The test is, can she hold her own? Can she step up with the biggest names and literally put on compelling matches?
Man, that is one hell of an argument for Liv. Man.
I mean, there is no rebuttal. But I will say this: before we get to Mania, there is one final situation tonight. We will get Io versus Rhea, and of course, who walks out women's champion will officially go against Bianca Belair. But I mean, Leo is coming in strong. He's coming in hot, y'all.
I mean, he fights for his favorite wrestlers. I mean, he's just really passionate about it. Hey, I gotta tell you, this match right here, this match definitely cooked. I gotta say, I really like what Roxanne Perez did a lot in this match. For people that really aren't familiar with much of her stuff on the main roster, she was really showing out. She's kind of like doing like a soft launch right now, like with the main roster, because like she's still doing stuff with NXT, but she's still up here on the main roster, kind of like what they did with Braun Breaker
or
Tiffany, like last year. Also seeing Jay come back, like I saw that coming.
All
like,
black.
I saw Jay coming here.
Let me show it up for y'all again.
I ain't gonna lie to you. When I see Naomi, it what made it look like it's gonna be Naomi and Bianca. Because what happened? As soon as Jade music hit, Naomi literally turned around and looked at Bianca. That's the first person she looked at.
I didn't catch that.
She literally looked at her while she was in the pod, face to face. So I'm thinking, yep, she literally's onto something.
You know, maybe it could have been because like Naomi was kind of a little confused there, like what was happening. So maybe Bianca put on like Naomi's like her attire and stuff, and like she saw because like saw all the glow and stuff. Because Naomi's the only one who has all the glow and stuff, so maybe it was Bianca all along. She was the one who did it. But they're setting up Naomi here.
So pretty much Naomi's the fall woman in this scenario where she didn't do it, but because of the attire, they think it's Naomi. But it really comes out Bianca pretty much posed as her.
Yes, exactly. I think that could be something there. And also Bailey, she did good in this match. I mean, every woman did what they needed to do here. It was fun. And Liv Morgan, I mean, she was eliminating a lot of people. Like she was definitely like you said, Leo. She was the MVP of this match.
That chop that she got with the braid, it felt like a gunshot. It felt like a gunshot. Did you like her literally all the bruises and bumps that she took? She deserves a raise. She deserves a WrestleMania match or something because I don't think anybody else probably would have taken that many spots like that.
Like that whip, with the hair.
It's kind of like a gunshot going off, like a shot.
Yeah,
I think they added. WWE sometimes they added sound effects.
Well, no, because even people that were there, they even said they still heard it from where they were sitting.
Or they must have mic'd the ring up. They must have mic'd.
Because before Shayna Baszler had taken the worst whip, and I think Liv may have beat now.
Well, I thought people said Sasha took the worst one. I think now
Sasha took the gnarly one too at WrestleMania.
But that NXT match that Shayna Baszler had with Bianca, and she took that whip.
Don't get me wrong. I know what you're talking about too, but yeah.
But yeah, Liv has surpassed both of them and has had the worst one so far. Like that gas, the fact that she was literally bleeding.
Yeah.
Like she was literally busted open. And the fact that she still kept going, they made it so close to where it looked like for a split second Liv was about to win.
That she was going to win, yeah.
But I just feel like Liv might need to change up her Oblivion. The reason I say that because every time Liv is in a match and she tries to go for the Oblivion, it's always her downfall.
Yeah.
I will say this though, whenever she does hit it out of nowhere, it does look really nice.
And she literally was like Baron Corbin for a long time where nobody really kicked out of her finisher up until like, I want to say SummerSlam. So before SummerSlam last year, nobody's ever kicked out of the Oblivion and nobody has kicked out of the Riptide up until January where Liv was the first one to do that. That's the crazy part about it. So it just shows that they've been definitely protecting her finisher.
Yeah. Yeah, she's definitely getting notches on her belt for real.
Let us not forget that we also had Alexa Bliss, her first match back, technically, besides the Rumble. And actually, second match back, sorry. And Bliss didn't look bad either. Like, no, I'm kind of interested to see what they're going to do with her on SmackDown and everything going forward, but Bliss didn't look bad either.
Yeah, Bliss was kind of like a dark horse in this match. Like, she was very quiet, like the stuff she did. Because, like, I didn't really see a whole lot of Bliss in this match. Like, she was on the outside of the ring a lot. She wasn't taking, like, a whole bunch of big spots. They're trying to ease us back into Bliss more and stuff. But, I mean, yeah, it was cool seeing her here. It was cool seeing her in the chamber match.
I don't know if this might seem like a hot take, but it just felt like watching the match. Yes, the match was good, but it seemed like mainly Bianca and Liv were carrying, if that makes sense. Like,
absolutely.
Alexa Bliss didn't really do much. Bailey didn't really do much either. Roxanne, I mean, I thought she was going to at least going after Bailey, but we didn't get much of that. So it's like, when you look at it, yes, the match was really, really good, but Bianca and Liv were the only ones that was really carrying that match and only was the only two women that was getting the most eyes on them.
But
Yeah, and I mean they definitely had the biggest story between with their feud going on. So it does help the optics for that. Now, granted, you got the same thing with Bailey and Roxy P, which is fine because we already know where that's technically going.
Mm-hmm.
My issue with everything was one, Alexa Bliss, because I feel like the way that they're having her out there, it seems like they don't have a plan for her, but they just want to put her in the spotlight. But I think if they were going to do that, they shouldn't have had her come out with the Firefly Funhouse gimmick at all. They should have had her come back in some older gimmick or whatever. But because of the Firefly Funhouse gimmick, it's almost like you automatically have to put her somewhere where the spotlight is because people want to see that.
Yeah.
But if you don't have any plans for her, the cracks are going to show.
Mm-hmm.
And then just like now where she was in Elimination Chamber, yeah, people may be afraid of her because of the gimmick, but it's like once she gets into action, then what? Because if she loses, it doesn't do her any good. If she wins, you almost expect it. But if the win is for nothing, then it's like, what are we doing? Because you damn sure didn't do anything with Wyatt Six and her. So what's the play? Because all you're going to do is just dampen whatever star power that she could potentially have moving forward.
Yeah, especially what it looks like with their planning for Mania this year, because apparently they do put Alexa with Wyatt Six versus Liv and Raquel. It makes sense because Liv did eliminate her from the Rumble and she did eliminate her from Chamber. My only thing is this. I'm not saying I don't want to see Liv in a tag team division, because I think she can work in the division, but like if Juggs knows, I would want her to be in the singles division. But I think the match between those two teams can be decent, but it goes back to what we're saying. If we want to see Liv in that main event scene, she has to prove her worth. She has to prove that she can be the best, right? And I'm not saying Alexa can't bring the best out of Liv. It's just we haven't seen that in quite some time, and we haven't seen Nikki Cross to that level yet either.
Yeah.
So it really feels like if this might be one of those matches that Liv might have to carry on her own, because Raquel, she's been improving, but she still needs to prove that she can be good and stuff like that. And Nikki Cross, I'm gonna be honest, she's not one of the best workers in my personal opinion. I have not seen that many good matches from her. I still get literally PTSD that the fact that they literally put the briefcase on her in 2021 when it was literally the height of Liv Morgan when she first broke out. For the fact that you gave it to a Walmart superhero for only to cash in on Charlotte and literally lose the championship and go right back to catering and literally go right after the 24/7 title. Are you serious? I'm sorry, bro. Like, she has not been good since Sanity. The only good match that I've seen from her was against Asuka, and I'm pretty sure that was still feels like a distant memory ago.
Damn.
She's still just gonna come off as like the Burger King mascot to me.
Leo is coming in hot.
Like, come on now.
Hot.
You're 3 seconds away from being on the ultimate release list. Like, come on now.
And I thought Scoot.
Damn.
I thought Scoot had hot tags.
Yeah.
Hot. Yeah.
Like, if I need to see if she don't put on some good matches, she gonna need a new line of work. Like, come on now.
Damn.
She gonna need a new line of work. Cause
damn.
No, bro. It's so bad. I can't even see her being a mid-card champion, let alone tag team champion.
Wow.
I'm surprised they didn't put the 24/7
Also,
title on her.
sidebar, they should never got rid of Isla. Damn.
Bro, I hope she goes to TNA and kill it, bro. I hope she goes to TNA and kill it.
Well, peeps, that was the Women's Elimination Chamber. Once again, Bianca gets the dub. She is waiting to see who's her opponent going to be between Io Sky or Rhea Ripley. Now, gentlemen, I implore you to say something nice about this next match. It is a tag team match between
I got one good thing.
Trish Stratus and Trish Stratus and Tiffany Stratton versus Nia Jax and Candace LeRae. And I repeat, gentlemen,
I got one good thing.
say something nice.
The one good thing in this match is Tiffany Stratton beat Nia Jax.
Okay. All right. So yeah.
Because
I really thought Candace was gonna take the pin on that one.
Hey,
I thought it was
that's
too.
the people. Hey, I learned my lessons from Survivor Series. I thought if anybody was taking that pin, I thought it was gonna be none other than Candace, but it ended up being Liv. I knew they was gonna do that, but it needed to happen. If Tiffany Stratton is your champion and she's going into one of her biggest matches of her career that can make or break her, she needs to look strong. She needs to look like she belongs in the same conversation as Charlotte Flair. Because if you're looking at this whole storyline, Charlotte Flair is treating literally Tiffany Stratton like a joke. Like it's not even worth her time. She needs to prove that she is worth Charlotte's time and that she actually stands a chance of beating her. Because if you don't, then come WrestleMania, it's just gonna look like, well, Charlotte's about to win this championship. We don't see Tiffany Stratton standing a chance. But if you at least build her up to where she stands a chance, it gives it an even playing field for both women. And as a fan looking at it, we don't know what outcome we could see coming out. Even if Charlotte does lose, we can at least go into it and saying, okay, she looked like she belonged in that match. Yeah. But if you don't book her like that, then she's gonna be right back down the card, and it's gonna be hard to take her serious getting back there again.
That's true. That is true.
Well, like we mentioned, Trishy time and Tiffy time gets the W, and we're moving on to not only
man, he didn't even let anybody else talk.
What's the point? Not only
I mean, you're not wrong. I mean, I got the one thing I have to say about this match is it was short and sweet and it was to the point. I gotta say that, okay? But hey, listen. Don't you put no slander on Nia Jax. I like when she does that. I like when she does that face rub. I like when she does that in the corner.
Juggs.
You might go to prison.
We are running out of money to bail you out of horny jail, okay?
I think can we just put him under the horny jail at this point? Just put him under the jail.
The funds is running low.
Put me in prison at this point. Lock me up for life.
Nia Jax, I will say this. She's gotten a lot better.
She has.
Best Triple H return.
Yeah, absolutely. In ring has gotten better. She's gotten, like I said, she's got 100% safer. She's gotten a lot safer since being back, but her character work at this point is becoming top tier with her heel work. So I'm with it. Now you're not gonna hear me say anything nice about Charlotte, of course.
You won't.
But I will say Nia Jax is definitely stepping up. So there's that.
There you go.
I really didn't want Charlotte winning that Rumble, bro.
I
still got PTSD because literally I was at the Rumble when she won the first time.
I was.
Oh yeah, we were there too. Yeah,
and I wanted Shayna Baszler winning. Did you not see the crowd wanting to see Shayna win? And you still gave it to Charlotte to go down to NXT and do nothing. She just won the title. Did she literally put over anybody? No, she didn't.
When did she ever put over anybody?
He also has a nickname that's called Crash Out Leo. Crash Out Leo.
Because I don't like, people know I have bad blood with the Four Horsewomen for the most part. I have bad blood with the Four Horsewomen.
Bad blood for all of them?
Mercedes Moné, she cool.
I'm just letting you know. I don't take any Sasha Banks. No baby slander, okay?
Mercedes cool. Bailey, I mean, I just wasn't cool with her winning the Rumble last year. I just felt like she could have still got to EO by winning the Chamber. I thought it was really built in that Liv could have just came back and won. Because if you would have had her face Rhea last year,
he always wants Liv.
I'm just be honest. If we just had her face hurt last year at Mania, instead of giving Becky Lynch to sell a kid's novel for a WrestleMania match, we would be in a better place right now. Because at least we would not be in this whole debacle with Liv just not being in the main event right now. If they would have just did it last year, bada bing, bada boom, you could at least say she's been in the match, regardless if she won or lost. Just be honest. Becky Lynch, I'm gonna be honest, that was probably one of the least hyped up matches that I cared about last year. I did not care about that match at all. And that match showed it just was terrible. It was bad. It wasn't the worst, because I've seen worse matches. Miz and Cena at 27, but still, that match between Becky and Rhea just did not live up to the hype. Like, you just wasted everybody's time. Don't do that match again, please don't. And literally, Becky, she did not need to win the Chamber last year. Just put her in the mid card, let her be in the mid card for a little bit more before she comes back to the main event scene. Charlotte, can we just release her at this point?
Damn.
You know damn well. Charlotte,
I know it ain't never happened, but it's just like my one thing with Charlotte that just literally grinds my gears is the fact that nobody could seem to beat this woman within an inch of her life. I need somebody to come out here and really put her in the doghouse. Somebody.
I think her contract
Shayna
has that in there to it.
Zoe Stark,
where it can't
Liv
happen.
Morgan, Raquel Rodriguez.
Oh man,
I'll take Zelina Vega, or I'll show some respect to Nikki Cross if she could be the one to put her in her place. Somebody, because it seems like I don't like the fact that literally when she won the Rumble,
I'm not
when
the
she
only
won the
one.
Rumble and she came in at number 27 and had all that power, it was telegraphed that she was going to win. And on top of that, it's like you had all last year to build up other women. You built up Liv Morgan last year. You built up Io last year. Both of those women I would have personally been okay with winning the Rumble. And they've been putting in the most work last year, only for literally Charlotte to come back within 15 minutes and win the Rumble and back to the top she is. Like, that's just slap in the face to everybody else who's worked their butt off all last year to even get on television, to get a prime spot on television and be in a storyline, only for Charlotte to just come back and say, thanks for all your hard work, but I'm back in the main event scene. Like, no.
All right,
why? We need the same thing with Cena. Let
Coming
her
in
struggle.
hot.
Let her struggle a little bit. Let her struggle to get on Mania. Let her have some other matches that's outside of the title picture. The thing that I like about the other ones, that even though I might not like them all that much, sometimes their matches are good, sometimes their matches are bad. But the thing is, I can respect all three of them, is we've seen them, what they can be like when they're not in the main event title picture. We have yet to see what Charlotte is like when she's not in the main event title picture.
Man,
Bars.
Absolutely.
He's one of the
All right.
bars off.
All right.
It's fantastic that I don't have to be the one to say it this time.
No. All right. We will move on to arguably my favorite match of the night, aka if you want to see what a grudge match between myself and Dizzle will look like, look no further to the unsanctioned match between one Sami Zayn and Kevin Owens. My goodness, these gentlemen beat the shit out of each other.
They tried to kill each other. This was a murder. I'm gonna be honest.
Like I said, if you want to know what a Dizzle and myself match will look like, because I always said it and I'll keep saying it, best of friends have the best matches against each other.
You know, I was hoping for a little bit more.
I
more
thought it was
weapons. Weapons.
I needed blood.
There was a lot. I didn't. Yeah, this was personal for blood. I want to see different weapons because we saw a lot of chairs used in this match. I felt like, is this a chairs match or something?
That's that Kevin Steen special, man.
That's that Kevin Steen special.
They
Oh,
killed
that
each
Blue
other.
Thunder bomb to that table right there. Look, hey, listen. All that food was for production, and all that food was just wasted. They wasted all that darn good food. I'm mad. I'm mad at Sami for that.
But here's
I
the
have
thing,
a vendetta with Sami right now. Okay, I have a
Hey,
vendetta.
what
with him.
Sami do to you? He came out there and cooked. This
Also-
man tried to take.
Also, that spot that with the double tables stacked, and then when
Yes.
Sami went flying through it,
Yes.
that was an awesome spot in the match.
I'm
That was
telling you,
amazing.
these two just have chemistry unmatched.
Yeah,
It's
they
like
always have.
no matter if
always.
they was in a tag team, where they were friends or enemies, they always seem to find their way back each other, even going all the way back to NXT, even going before they made it to WWE when they were in Ring of Honor, when you had Kevin Steen and El Generico killing it in Ring of Honor. Like, they've always had good chemistry. But like, they literally tried to murder each other. You had literally a steel chair wrapped in barbed wire This man went face first into that chair. I thought he was busted open at that point. And then he proceeded to Sami put up 2 chairs and put the chair with the barbed wire wrapped around it in the middle and hit him with the blue thunder. Bro, I thought it was game over. But the fact that he took Sami Zayn outside and hit him with the power bomb on the apron, not once, but twice. And the fact that Sami Zayn had the audacity to keep fighting when I thought his back was broken, he needed chiropractor immediately. But the fact that he kept fighting, that right there, I'm calling it right now. And if you guys are watching this and I'm calling right now, your 2026 Men's Royal Rumble winner is Sami Zayn. I think he will win the Royal Rumble next year and will face to become world champion for the first time. You heard it right here.
Okay. Hey, man, that timestamp it. Let him know. But yeah, KO and Zayn beat the shit out of each other, and I love how even though it was unsanctioned, still the brutality of it all was like, hey, Kevin, come on, bro. Stall, Kev, come on, bro. He ain't getting up, bro. Come on now. Then
I like how they brought the hockey stick in the match. That was nice. But then, like Leo said, 2 apron bombs ended it, and then Kevin was like, nah, I'm gonna finish it. He proceeds to rip up the mats and tries to go for the package power driver on the concrete, and then we get a returning Randall Orton who comes in, and I love that moment because KO just simply puts Zayn down. He gets in the ring all tired and he's like, come on, I know you gonna want to fight. I'm tired, I'm beaten up. Fuck it, let's go. Let's just go. Look at what I just did to my best friend. And you want to come out here?
Hold on, Scoot. Hold on. Because I wanna highlight one thing about the trust that Sami Zayn and Kevin Owens have for each other. Because when Kevin Owens was pulling the mat back to expose the concrete, because of the level of trust that they have with each other, I literally thought
it was going to happen,
that Kevin would have actually powerbomb him on the concrete because of the level of trust they have. That I was like, you know what, they might do this spot.
Yeah, me too. I thought they were actually going to go.
Bro, that would have packed him up. Forget about him being at WrestleMania. I think if you have him take that bump, I'd say right now we probably don't see him until at least Money in the Bank or SummerSlam.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Now I was saying, now the one thing I did love after Orton was putting the paws on KO, he was about to hit a prone KO with the chair, as we can see here, and then Orton clicked. He was like, nah. Hitting him with the chair on the ground ain't good enough. He looked down at his knee, he backs into that corner, and then security decides to come and interrupt.
Ultimate troll there. They trolled. When Kevin pulled out of the ring, I was like, damn.
Right when Orton was about to go for that, right when he was about to go for that infamous punt, security then shows up and intercepts the hell out of Orton, which allowed, like Juggs just said, KO to slink out of there and live to fight another day. But my goodness, when I tell you that this was my favorite match because these gentlemen was beating the hell out of each other, and literally all I could think about is Dizzle and I's rivalry and how it'll just be like, fuck it. You want to entertain the people? Let's go out there and entertain the people then. And they did it. They did it. They fucking did it. Anything else before we get to the main event match of the night?
For a second, when Randy came out there, I was hoping that he punted this man to oblivion. I was hoping for it. I was really hoping that he was about to punt him. But I think we're saving that till Mania.
Saving it for Mania. Yeah,
I can see that.
Mania,
I can see that. And all right. Go ahead. And all right, your main event match of the evening to determine who would go against Cody Rhodes at WrestleMania. You have the men's elimination chamber, Damian Priest, Drew McIntyre, John Cena, Seth Rollins, CM Punk, and Logan Paul. My goodness, I was slightly underwhelmed with watching this match.
I'm sorry. Like
it wasn't bad. It was just underwhelming.
It just seemed like the eliminations just didn't really have any impact like it did with the women.
Because you know what it was? We knew, because I mean, going into this match, we knew Drew had his beef with Punk. Drew had his thing hinting with Priest. Then we had the whole CM Punk and Seth Rollins thing. Then we had the Seth Rollins and Drew McIntyre thing. And then you still had Logan Paul kind of just like,
he just there.
I'm just here. Yeah, I'm just here. And then you also had Damian Priest, who was like, well, I'm kind of here too. And then, of course, the dark horse of it all, really, John Cena, who's like, I'm just trying to get to Mania so I can win 17. So it was like all of this made for good storylines. But due to the fact that we've been seeing these beefs throughout, that's what kind of dimmed it a little bit. Now, I will say this. Stop pissing off Seth Rollins. Because obviously, when he started hitting these motherfuckers with these stomps,
it's going to get some people some early CTEs if they ain't careful.
Because, I mean, he used 2 feet with Roman Reigns at the Rumble, and he stumped Punk on the metal part.
You know what's one people forget? The one that he did to Montez Ford in 2023 at that chamber. He curb stomped him so hard, he curb stomped him so hard, he went back down to the tag team division.
Yeah.
I'm going to be honest. He curb stomped him back to the tag team division.
Like, pissing off Seth Rollins is starting to become a no-no because the man's is vindictive with these stomps. But Juggs, Dizzle, anything y'all want to add to the men's chamber?
Seth slept through most of that match.
All right.
Logan Paul just felt like he didn't belong.
No, he didn't. And this one he didn't. Last year, I can say, but this one he didn't.
After seeing how everything ended up, how I thought the match was going to go, it seems stupid because I was like, okay, Logan Paul's going to be in there. He's going to do some chicken shit hill stuff. Cool. Entertaining. Punk and Rollins going to do their thing. Cool. Damian Priest is in there because he needs that bump. Drew McIntyre's in there, potentially going to win. Cena is in for a letdown. That's how it was in my head. Now, knowing what we know now,
it's just,
yeah.
Can we just acknowledge that literally Drew McIntyre's biggest kryptonite right now is the roll up? Like when he gets hit with the roll up, it's game over for you. Like this man, the fact that when I'm looking at the chamber, this man was the first man eliminated. Drew McIntyre is the first guy eliminated. I'm talking he was going to be like the third to last, or like it made it to the final 4 at least. I thought Damian.
You know what I thought should have happened? I thought Drew McIntyre should have eliminated Damian after what happened at the Rumble. To be honest, I think Cena should have got rid of Drew. I thought that should have happened. That's definitely what should have happened.
Because Damian should have been the first eliminated, then Logan. That's what I see.
Because Cena needed to eliminate somebody big, and Drew McIntyre is that person. He's a big monster in the match. Oh, Damian Priest, with him doing the walk, doing the goal and then doing that Hurricane Rana, like bisexual taker. That was wild.
We gotta stop calling that man that.
Logan Paul, being bisexual Undertaker. That's what
we do not know that man's preference to be calling him that.
Oh, rise for the rock star.
That's true. That's true. It is 2025. We can't be doing that. But it was seeing Cena and Punk go at it. Like that. This takes me back all the way back to 2011. Like it was awesome seeing them bring back that rivalry. That was pretty cool. But Seth Rollins hitting a stomp, costing CM Punk. I don't know. Maybe what they're gonna do? Rollins and Punk at Mania.
Well, since
You
we
can't
are
forget Punk don't have a favor.
well, hold on.
That
Since
favor
we are
is
recording
still-
today, to open up the show, CM Punk came out on Raw spitting bars towards Rock and Cena, and him and Seth got the fighting all over. Like they didn't fought like 2-3 times tonight.
Had the steel cage match.
So there you go.
This is, as much as I like the main event stuff, and I mean like top main event stuff, this is showing a glaring issue with the rest of the card in WWE because they know how to book their top stuff, all the bloodline stuff, everything invested in there. The stuff with The Rock now, everything invested in there. When you get a little bit lower, you start to see where a lot of the stuff is starting to lack. Because if we look at the chamber, the men's chamber, you look at the top three, Cena, Punk, Rollins. All of them are intertwined in whatever's going on with Rock, Roman. There's some type of string that connects them all to that. They're all fine. When you get down to a Logan Paul, Damian Priest, former champ, Drew McIntyre, former champ, you have them in this limbo. And though they should be a little bit up here, booked well, because of everything else being invested up here, all these guys are falling to the wayside. Them, LA Knight, Shinsuke Nakamura, AJ Styles. It seems like everybody's just waiting until all this other stuff with Cody, Rock is done, so that way it can open up another slot for all these other guys to step up to. And that's the issue that I'm having whenever I do watch everything, because if you look at SmackDown, if it doesn't have anything to do with Cody or anything bloodline related or adjacent, it's all just all right.
It just felt like Logan didn't belong in that match, and it seemed like and it's like, weren't we supposed to be using? We could have used that to set up this WrestleMania match. A lot of people have been saying maybe it might be Logan Paul and Cena or Logan Paul and Punk. We didn't get any of that, and the fact that like Punk was literally supposed to be going after Logan, literally got smacked to all hell last week. I mean, he eliminated, but it seemed like we didn't get much more build for that being the potential match. Because I want to be honest, if this is what we're getting, where if we're getting literally Punk, Rollins, and Reigns, my only thing was with that, it's like the match is going to be good, but what is the consequence of that match happening? Is there a stipulation? Is the winner going to get a future title opportunity? There needs to be consequences for why this match happening, because if you don't, then it's just like a random, literally just thrown together type match, even though there is a build to it, because there's no stakes to it. If that was the case, then you could find something else for literally Punk to do, that he can use that favor to get into that title up match. I think that might still be the play if we want to be honest. I think that might still be the play based off of that promo we seen earlier tonight. He might interject himself in that match, and that's the favor. The thing with Rollins, this match with Rollins and Reigns needs to be strictly one-on-one, playing off the history with the Shield up until now. The fact that last year the reason Reigns lost was because of Rollins. Rollins was the reason he's not staying as champion. Reigns had two choices: go after Cody, which we probably could have retained his title, or get his leg back against Rollins for all those years prior. That costed him. That still might eat away at him. What you need to do, this is similar to what we seen at WrestleMania 28. We had Triple H, Undertaker, end of an era. This is the part two, almost a new version of a new era, but we're in that era with Rollins, Reigns finally settling it. You add a stipulation to it, make it Rollins, Reigns, Hell in a Cell. That's what we need.
Now, the only reason I don't know if they're going to do that is because they did Hell in a Cell with Drew and Punk. That's the only reason why I think that they may not go that route.
Not talking about Roman and Rollins strictly.
Oh, Roman and Rollins. Okay, yeah. Then if that's the case, then yeah, they should do that. But do we even know what's going on with Roman right now?
No. We haven't seen Roman since he won the Ula Fala back. And I mean, actually, sorry, we haven't seen Roman since he got double stomped.
Since Rumble.
Since he got eliminated from the chamber. I mean, Rumble. Yeah, Rumble.
Yeah, we haven't seen him since then.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm gonna piggyback off what Leo said, but I'm gonna wait until after we talk about the main event segment because I think I know where Punk is gonna go.
All right, so let me go ahead and walk it, and then I'll let you gentlemen react to it. So the segment was, what would Cody's response be? Because The Rock wanted his soul, he wanted a brother. So after Cena gets the dub, the chamber goes up, Cody Rhodes come out, and they have their little moment, and then soon after, The Rock and Travis Scott come out. They're all in the ring, and then we see this image here, and this was after Cody pretty much told The Rock to go fuck himself.
Mm-hmm.
And then we see Cena's face looking at Rock like this. And then it turns to this, and then we get the biggest heel turn since Hulk Hogan to the WCW at Bash at the Beach. We get Cena beating the holy hell out of Cody Rhodes for about a good 5 minutes. He beat him with a rock. He beat him with a mic. Travis Scott got him a nice little pop in the face on Cody. They hit him with the weight belt. They wiped some of the blood on the weight belt, of course. And our final image of the night was Rock, Travis, and Cena side by side. All right, gentlemen.
First of all, why would I love Travis Scott, but why was he there?
Nah.
Like
why not?
Why was he there? I mean, he was there for the aura. That's what it was. It was the aura, and he was born in that stage up there in the corner. And he hit Cody Rhodes on the back of the head. He slapped him, was like, "Hey, you're my bitch now." What did Cody do to you?
No. He hit him in the side of the face. It wasn't the back of the head.
Oh, yeah, it was side of the face.
Yeah, it was back to the side of the face.
And what did Travis do to you, my guy? What did Travis ever do?
Maybe he talked bad about his music.
But
I
doubt if Cody Raheem Rhodes talked bad about Travis.
What I'm about to say is going to take you guys on a ride, because now we have Cody in a situation where he has to deal with The Rock and he has to deal with Cena. What I think might happen is he calls in reinforcements. Now, I don't know how, but maybe if it's post in the lead up to WrestleMania or post WrestleMania, regardless of how it ends up. We see Cody Rhodes call in a favor from Roman Reigns.
No,
now, I think
there's only one person.
Wait,
needs to call.
Let me cook. Now this is how we see a situation. I think if we do see Cena, right, win that championship at WrestleMania, and we're going through the summer, we do have Roman Reigns get another shot at that title because he wants that title back. And you could tell that story between the roles being reversed between Cena and Roman from the last time that they met back in 2021. Now we have The Rock in the middle of it because it's like they're going to paint the picture. It's like, whose side is The Rock on? Is he going to side with his family and Roman, or is he going to sign with John Cena? That is the story that we're going to see being played out throughout their feud. And it looks like we're seeing closely Rock starting to take Roman's side a little bit more than he is for Cena. Only for literally when they have that match, we're going to get a ref bump because it's always going to happen in a Roman Reigns match. We're going to have Roman Reigns spear Cena. The ref is back in the ring where he's about to count the 3 count. He goes 1. The ref goes 2. Rock pulls out Roman Reigns to let him know that he's no longer siding with Roman Reigns, that Cena is his guy now. And on top of that, we also get the reveal that Rock was behind the whole thing with the bloodline this entire time. Now we have Roman getting taken out by Cena and The Rock. This proceeds to maybe later in the year, Roman comes back to help Cody get the title back. But on top of that, it leads to Rock, Roman, WrestleMania 42.
There's only one thing. One thing about that story that's going to be weird is that will prove Kevin Owens was right the whole time.
Kevin,
He was always been right. If you want to be
That is
honest,
true. But Kevin is always right. But that's gonna truly prove that Kevin.
And it would prove that,
right
and it proved that Drew McIntyre's right as well. It proved all the reasons. Yeah. Drew McIntyre, he's legitimate, has the right to crash out too.
If you want to be honest, this
and also Rollins too.
But here's the thing, though. Here's the thing with the heels nowadays. The heels in a lot of these situations we look at across the board, like you said, Rollins, McIntyre, Owens, Morgan, all of those people that I just named, what they all have in common, even though they're heels, if you want to pay close attention, they are the heroes in these scenarios, but are being painted as the villains. Everybody who's gone against these people that we've seen them go up against, like with Drew McIntyre, he went up against the Bloodline. He's going against the Bloodline. He's justified in why he's doing what he's doing. You look at Owens, he's justified in what he's doing. Rollins as well. Liv Morgan is justified going up against Rhea Ripley. All of them are heroes, but they have been painted to be the villains.
That is true. That is true. But so the heel turn alone was amazing because we waited like 21 years to see this, and I'm loving the optics of it that Cena did some Make-A-Wish earlier that day and everything, and then now he was like, man, fuck them kids.
It's called Break-A-Wish now.
Fuck them kids. And everything. My only fear of all of this is that I don't want them to fumble this. Only because for you to turn Cena bad guy now on his final year, you got to make sure this shit is going to be just justified and knocked out the park. And the problem is, this whole thing all hinges upon Dwayne.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Because we know Cena's going to do his part. It's The Rock that may muddy it if he doesn't, do too much of this final bossness.
Hold on.
Go ahead.
I think everybody should have learned a lesson by now, because I think we've shit on Dwayne quite a bit, but we all got over this past weekend. He said, shut your mouth and let The Rock take you on the ride.
He did.
Because I scoffed at the final boss stuff.
Oh no!
And hey, and maybe it was purposely done with how he was acting and everything like that. Maybe he did all that for a reason, to throw everybody off, to make it seem like he was on some power trip, with his new position in WWE TKO. I don't know. All I know is that it worked, because it got me. And now I'm at the point where I'm like, because at first it was Paul. Triple H had said, he's doing his long game. It's all about the storytelling. He's going to do things a certain way. And now it's The Rock. And now both of them working in tandem with all this stuff. I'm just like, hey, at this point, I'm going to shut up and let y'all handle the business.
Yeah.
Now, my thing with all of this is the fact that, or my assumption rather, they may actually take this to where Cena ends up ending this whole run off as a heel in order to help build somebody else up. Could that be Cody? Maybe. Because right now, Cody is the biggest babyface right now.
Yes.
Like if there was any staleness to him, if there was anybody getting Cody fatigue right now, it's none of that. Cody now has everybody's sympathy with the way that he got beat down over the past weekend, and the way that everything looked, and the way it ended up with having the whole commentary table come out to console him in the ring, with him just laying there for a little bit before they even got in the ring.
Mm-hmm.
All of it masterfully played. Now, I'm with Juggs on the whole Travis Scott thing, because in the beginning, I was like, okay, cool, he comes out. But I was like, wait, why is he still walking with The Rock? Why is he going to the ring? And then he's in the ring, and I'm just like, why is he just in there in the ring? Like, did he not get the cue to like not go to the ring? And then when you had the whole situation where he kind of stutter stepped the stuff with Cody, and you know, Cena had to legitimately like push Cody's head down because Travis Scott didn't know exactly what cues to go. It's like, and now for everybody that's like, oh, is Travis Scott gonna wrestle? Hey, look, if he puts in the work, cool. But at this point, from what I'm seeing, it ain't gonna turn out good if he does.
He was just going with the flow.
And
that's what Travis. I mean,
it's just. I get he's a fan. I get it. You know, we're all fans, but it's like, it's a difference between being a fan and then transitioning into something like a Bad Bunny, Logan Paul, hell, even Snooki. But
even Snoop Dogg.
I would say Shaq first, but Snoop, yes, but Snoop throw weird punches.
Shaq, yeah.
No, y'all are forgetting a glaring person Cody needs to call on the celebrity aspect of things.
He needs to call Dennis Rodman. He needs to call him Dennis.
No. Cody wrestled this man at SummerSlam. He needs to call Stephen Amell.
Oh no,
Stephen Amell. Yes, he's a bit. Yes, he is.
Look, my boy Stephen Amell is busy right now. He filming the new Suits spinoff, man.
And he can take a break for WrestleMania.
Listen, I feel bad for people who aren't wrestling fans because they don't understand what's going on here with all this, you know, John Cena turning heel and all that. They don't understand this. This is like some long-term storytelling here, okay?
Oh, 100%.
You know, and also, if you would have told me 10 years ago Cena would turn heel, I would have laughed at you. I'd be like, nah, he's never going to turn heel. Like, he's gonna be a babyface forever. He's never going to turn heel. You know, until Vince, until maybe they get Vince out the door, because Vince never wanted, to turn heel. It was always Vince. Like, Vince go like, nah, he doesn't want to turn heel. And also Cena, he never wanted to turn heel too, because he makes so much money, off the product he makes, and all the Make-A Wishes he does, as we were talking about earlier. But like you said, they need to make sure that The Rock, everything's lined up really good here. I think Cena's gonna do his part, but The Rock needs to do his part as well. But it was awesome, the Cody telling Rock to go fuck himself. Like, oh my god! And then when you saw them hugging, when you saw Cody and Cena, when you saw the dick kick, I got, oh man, this is getting real. Like Cena, dick kicks, kicked him in the ding ding, as I like to say. I got, oh man, we got a Cena heel now, and it had me on the edge of my seat. And it's like this whole show was it was like a roller coaster of an event. Like, this is probably best Elimination Chambers I saw in recent times. Like, usually I'm not a big fan of these Elimination Chamber pay-per-views, but like you had your returns, you had your surprises on here, you had your awesome matches. I mean, hey, this was awesome PLE this Saturday night. But yeah, seeing John Cena turn heel was like, wow, I was not expecting that at all.
And that's the good thing about the current storytelling that they have in WWE right now, because stuff like this, like the moment that you get the Cena heel turn, the fact that you can call back to a lot of things that happened previously, and you're like, oh, now this makes sense, now that makes sense, now this makes sense. This goes back to what Triple H was saying about how you have ebbs and flows when it comes to storytelling and how to build certain things. Kind of, I think it was like with the question that he got about if they're going to do 2-night pay-per-views or PLEs moving forward for like all of them. And he was like, no, there's no need. Like, if there's a need for it, then cool, but you need to have your filler shows. I'm paraphrasing, of course. You need to have your filler shows to be able to tell the certain stories that you need leading up to those big shows. And everything that he's doing coincides with how he did a lot of stuff during Black and Gold for NXT. And I love the continuity with everything because now it's making every show with, of course, a few speed bumps with kind of like I said when it comes to like the lower card, but it's making their shows must-see TV, kind of how it was during, Attitude Era when WWF was at its peak, where you had WCW, WWF, and you just had to see what was going on because you didn't want to miss anything. Mm-hmm. And it's getting to that point again. Now we're not fully there, obviously, but we're getting to the point where you're getting a lot of people talking about it to where now you're going to see it translate throughout the roster where everybody's going to want to step their game up because they're going to want to be the person that people start to see on their TV every single week. So kudos. And to what I was going to say earlier when it came to the Punk situation, we might get Cena and Punk at SummerSlam because Punk is clearly on Raw. So you're not going to see him on SmackDown here and there after Cena wins this championship. So the best thing to do is do a interpromotional match between the two where they're going at it, because at some point they're going to have to run this back. And I'm pretty sure Cena's going to run the gauntlet with all his previous rivalries outside of Batista. Well, minus Batista rather, because I know he's going to have to run it with Orton because Orton's on SmackDown. He's going to run it with Punk because they gave us the glimpse already. And I'm pretty sure if Roman doesn't join him and Rock, we might get Roman and Cena again. So, and who knows, maybe somewhere in the midst, Daniel Bryan is out there waiting to come back.
Are we go ahead and stamping it that Cena's gonna get that belt off of Cody at Mania?
I mean, it's undecided at this point. I'm gonna lean towards it. Could I be wrong? Absolutely. Because at this point, here's the thing. It's gonna go one of two ways. They're either going to have him win his 17th championship through nefarious means as a heel, or he's going to attempt it, not get it, have this little redemption arc, and then go towards the end of the year and win 17 as a face. Either way, he's winning the title. When that's the thing. And now with the storytelling, it's so unpredictable at this point that it's even hard to call. Like, yeah, I can be like, yeah, I'm 100% sure that he's going to win it at Mania, but I don't know. I
mean,
really
nothing's for sure with this Triple H era. You just never know what direction he's going to go.
Yeah,
and that's what I like. I'm kind of, it's kind of too early to tell if Cena's going to win it right now. I'm going to have to wait till it gets closer to Mania. But as of right now, I think it's like maybe 80, maybe like a 90% chance. I think that he's probably win his 17th. But again, do they want to do it like in some like a heelish way? I don't know if they want to do it like that, but I don't know. I'm not booking the show, but I'm here for the ride. It was amazing. I loved it.
Yeah, 100%. But
all right, go ahead and sign us out, champ.
I will say one thing beforehand. Like I know I should on the whole Travis Scott thing, but I will say that ending image with Rock, Cena, and Scott.
Hold on.
Yeah, right there.
It made it all the better for me after my gripes in the beginning. Because after I seen it, I was like, you know what? That's good optics right there.
Very.
But
he's like the Dennis Rodman of WWE. Because I saw a picture. I think it was on Facebook or something. I think it was a picture I saw on Facebook. But yeah, it was like
let's just hope that he can put up in-ring ability better than Rodman for sure. Because
that's true.
Yeah, watching Rodman and Karl Malone in the ring during WCW, that ain't it. But either way,
that ain't it.
We know we made y'all wait for this review, and it's fine. Y'all are gonna watch it, and then y'all gonna go back and watch Raw if you hadn't seen it, or if you're watching now, you can watch this after. But whether you loved it, whether you hate it, don't forget to rate it, thumbs up, thumbs down, leave all your comments, concerns, questions down below. Make sure you tag that subscribe button, tag that notification bell, tag the like button. Make sure that you follow not only Juggs down here, but also follow Kicking It with Leo as well. I'm pretty sure we're going to have it down in the description box below. But as I go ahead and warm up the hand for the Too Sweet to My Bros with a good bada bam. And of course, until you see these handsome faces and hear these immaculate voices, we bid you all adieu until next time, you beautiful, 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 beautiful mother effers. Tag the fucking. Ow.
Justice for Scoot.
Dollars make a way to make a change. Gotta be insane to make those same mistakes again. So I'm switching lane to lane. Pray the curb don't scrape.